Last week, my days all looked the same. Not in a cozy, comforting way, but in the autopilot, half awake, what am I even doing kind of way. I'd wake up scrolling, eyes barely open, doom looping through other people's lives before I even stepped into my own day. My room looked like my brain felt, cluttered in the corners I kept avoiding. I skipped breakfast, moved too fast, thought too much, and felt drained. Every day, I'd tell myself I'd start fresh tomorrow, and then tomorrow would look exactly the same. My routine wasn't a routine. It was basically me on autopilot mode, disguised as normal. And that's when it hit me. Nothing changes until I do. Not dramatically, not overnight, but softly, gently, in tiny romantic little ways. So this week, this year, I'm changing the way my days look. Not to become a new person, but to become the version of me I've been quietly craving. Here's exactly what that looks like. Step 1, slow, gentle mornings instead of chaotic ones. Instead of waking up to notifications, I want to wake up to myself. This week, I'm choosing slow mornings, the kind where you stretch before you stand, the kind where you open the blinds before opening an app, the kind where you breathe before you let the world in. I want my mornings to feel like a warm hug, not a race that I didn't sign up for. I imagine waking up, placing my feet on the floor, and actually pausing, letting myself feel the floor, letting myself exist for one quiet moment before the day asks anything of me. Last week, I woke up reacting. This week, I wake up arriving. Step 2, a mind declutter, making mental space again. Last week, especially after moving to Florida from New Jersey, my brain felt loud, like every thought was stacked on top of the next, all fighting for attention. So now I'm returning to something simple, getting the thoughts out of my head and onto paper. Journaling, brain dumping, intention setting. If you know me, you know I love journaling, but to be quite honest, since I've moved to Florida, I haven't opened the journal once. Whatever you like to call it, it's less about being productive and more about giving my mind room to breathe. This isn't for the aesthetics, this is for my peace. But there's nothing wrong with it being aesthetic while doing it. I'm writing down the thoughts I've been avoiding, the habits I wanted to unlearn, the feelings I've been swallowing, and slowly I can feel the knots in my mind loosen. Internal glow-ups aren't always glamorous, but they are healing. Step 3, relearning stillness and letting silence not be so scary. Last week I avoided silence. I filled every moment with noise, podcasts, TikToks, YouTube videos, music, and conversations. And where sometimes that's okay, it's also important to be okay with silence. This week, I wanted to try stillness again. I wanted to reteach myself not to be so nervous about it. The soft kind of stillness, I mean. The kind that makes you feel grounded instead of restless. Even just for 5 minutes. Obviously, I don't want this throughout my whole day, but I just want to feel a little bit more grounded within myself. Sitting with sunlight, breathing fully, being alone without feeling lonely. I'm teaching myself to stop running from my own presence and start feeling safe in it. Because internal glow-ups happen in the quiet moments no one else sees. Step 4, romanticizing the basics and making life feel beautiful again. Last week, everything felt routine. Wake up, work, scroll, sleep, repeat. This week, I'm choosing to romanticize the mundane. Because life feels different when you let it. Making a cup of coffee slowly, lighting a candle for no reason, going for a walk with no destination, tidying the corner of my room I've ignored for weeks, washing my face like my skin deserves gentleness, opening a window. None of this is huge, but the version of me I'm becoming appreciates the little things because they build up to the big things. Step 5, emotional reset. Letting go of what's too heavy. Last week, I carried a lot. Past conversations, old guilt from years ago, tiny worries, pointless stress. Things I didn't even realize were weighing me down. So I'm letting go of what I was never meant to hold so tightly. Other people's expectations, old versions of myself that are no longer me and that I have grown from. Habits that don't serve me anymore, and mindsets that keep me small. I'm choosing forgiveness, for myself most of all, for what I didn't know, for what I didn't do, for the days I just wanted to lay in bed all day. Because after all, internal glow-ups begin when you stop being so hard on yourself for things you're finally ready to change. Step 6, becoming mindful about what I consume. Last week, my mind felt overstimulated. Too much work, too little meaning. Too many voices, not enough silence. Too many comparisons, not enough compassion. So this week, I'm being intentional. Less scrolling, more creating, more reading, more music that feels like warm sunlight, more conversations that make me feel understood, more foods that give me energy, more content that inspires me. I want to feel full, not overloaded. Step 7, choosing myself in small, gentle ways. That's really what this internal glow up part for me is all about. Choosing myself in moments that I used to avoid. Drinking water even when I'm busy, saying no without guilt, saying yes without fear, taking breaths before I burn out, letting myself rest without earning it, letting myself start again without apologizing. This version of me I'm becoming is softer, slower, steadier, and so much more aligned with the universe, but at the same time, not changing my morals or anything about myself, just improving them. Last week was you can do it. This week is intention. This year is transformation, and not the dramatic kind, the gentle kind, the stress-free kind, the kind you feel before you see, the kind that begins inside. Now that the inside feels lighter, it's time for the outside to match. Not in a superficial way, not in a new face, new body, new me kind of way, but in a way that feels like alignment. Like my mindset and my appearance are finally working together instead of fighting each other. This is my external glow up. Soft, intentional, feminine, and rooted in taking care of myself the way I've always deserved. Step 1, the reset. Turning to the basics that make me feel good. External glow-ups don't start with big changes. They start with returning to the basics I forgot to prioritize. So I started small. Clean sheets, clean hair, clean space. Because everything hits different when your environment feels fresh. I exfoliate, I moisturize, I put on something that wasn't the sweatshirt I've worn for the past 3 days straight and instantly felt myself shift. Sometimes the glow-up starts with a shower that lasts 3 extra minutes because you finally let the water rinse the week off your shoulders. Step 2, skincare that feels like a ritual, not a chore. This year, I want my skincare to be a moment, not a task. I wash my face slowly, massage my skin with intuition, iced away the tiredness under my eyes, and realize how calming it is to touch your skin with kindness. Serum, moisturizer, SPF, the basics, but done with care. I'm not trying to change my face, I'm trying to honor it. The glow starts here, in tiny decisions that say, I'm me and I'm worth the effort. Step 3, hair care. Hair care that makes me feel put together. My hair is one of those things that changes my whole mood, but honestly frustrates me at the same time because hair is not my strong suit. So I took the time. Hair oil on my ends, a warm mask brushed through slowly, a blowout that made me feel soft and girly, or even a slick bun that makes me feel powerful. I didn't rush it. I didn't multitask. I let the routine be a ritual because when my hair feels healthy and intentional, I feel more grounded, more confident, more me. Step 4, movement. Not for aesthetics, but for energy. The external glow up isn't about shrinking myself. It's about expanding my energy. I moved my body in a way that made me feel happy again. Some days it's a gym session. Some days it's just cardio. Some days it's just lifting. Some days it's stretching on my bedroom floor with soft music playing. Some days it's just a slow walk with my dog because that's all my body needs in that moment. Movement is becoming how I tell my body, thank you for carrying me. The glow I'm chasing is strength, softness, and consistency, not perfection. Step 5, nourishing myself like I deserve to feel good. Food used to be something I rushed through or forgot about. Now it's part of my glow up. Fresh fruit, a smoothie with greens, a real breakfast instead of coffee alone, a home cooked meal instead of another delivery. Not strict, sometimes aesthetic for the camera, but always nourishing. I'm not saying I'll never have junk food. I love junk food. I'm just trying to be more intentional with what I put in my body so I can also feel good. Everything in moderation, in my opinion, is key. But again, I'm no expert. The external glow up hits different when my body feels like it actually has energy is all I'm saying. Step 6, body care that makes me feel luxurious. This part might be my favorite. The long shower, the body scrub that smells like vanilla sugar, shaving with care, meaning not in a rush, layering lotion, oil, and perfume until my skin feels soft, hydrated, and glowing. The kind of routine that makes you feel like you're living in a romance movie when you are the love interest. Because external glow-ups aren't about impressing anyone. They're about treating yourself like you're the main character. Step 7, style that makes me feel confident. I went through my closet and finally asked myself a simple question. Does this version of me feel good in this? Do I really need these old clothes from college that I haven't worn in years? No, that's me being wasteful. So I started to make a change. Not because of the old me, not because of the insecure me, not because of the trends I forced myself to wear, but me right now. Me wearing and doing what makes me feel most confident. I keep the pieces that made me feel comfortable, beautiful, soft. I styled outfits that make sense for my lifestyle, my body, my vibe this year. It wasn't about having a huge closet. It was about curating a version of myself that feels intentional. And then slowly I started to feel the shift. My skin clearer, my hair smoother, my body more energized, my posture taller, my eyes brighter. But the real transformation wasn't physical at all. It was the confidence that came from consistency. When you take care of yourself, you start seeing yourself differently. You start showing up differently. You start glowing from a place that isn't external at all. That's the glow I want to carry into this year. Soft, intentional, healthy, and aligned. The kind of glow that makes you feel at home in your own skin. A gentle, everyday kind of transformation. No rush, no pressure, just becoming the version of myself who feels confident, relaxed, and in love with taking care of herself again. The internal glow that lit the spark, the external glow that made it visible. And together, they created a version of me I can't wait to grow into this year.